Hello my lovely bakers, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a classic, comforting dessert that dates back to 13th century England. It's bread pudding. This old-fashioned dessert was originally known as poor man's pudding because it was made from leftover bread. But today we are turning it into a rich, creamy and decadent treat. So let's get started. First, let's go over our ingredients. For this pudding, we'll need some bread cubes. I'll show you that later. We also need 4 eggs for this, 1 cup of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, half teaspoon of ground cinnamon, some freshly grated nutmeg, then 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to melt this later, and 4 cups of this mixture. This is a mixture of full fat cream and full fat milk. So now for our sauce, this is full fat milk, that is 1 cup, 1 cup of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, then half a cup of light brown sugar. I'm using coconut sugar here because this was what I had at home. This is 2 tablespoons of butter, and this is 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. So let's start with the recipe. You can use any type of bread like brioche, challah, croissant or even panettone, or the simple sliced normal bread that you get every day for your breakfast. So any bread can go, fresh or stale, crusts on or off, it's your choice. So you can either chop the crust or you can keep the crust, so that is totally upon you. So here's a key tip. Use stale bread. Try to use stale bread. Dry, stale bread will soak up the custard the best. No worries if you don't have any. You can simply let your bread sit out overnight before making this recipe, or you can cube the fresh bread and bake it on a cookie sheet for 10 minutes at about 120 degrees Celsius. This is going to dry it out a bit, okay? So this bread is not fresh. I had some simple sliced daily bread lying at my countertop since yesterday. So this is not fresh. This is stale bread, and I'm going to use this only for today's pudding. So cut your bread into bite-sized cubes. Bread pudding has a surprisingly long history, dating all the way back to 13th century England. Back then, it was a way to use up the stale bread. They would simply soak it in water and add a few simple ingredients. Thankfully, times have changed, and today we have a wide variety of breads to choose from, and we create a rich custard base for them to soak in. Now this is my baking dish, and I'm just going to grease it a bit with some butter. Okay, and I'm going to put all the bread cubes into this greased baking dish. I want to add some extra flavor and texture. You can toss in anything, chopped nuts, dry fruit, fresh fruit. The possibilities are endless. I'm using a lot of raisins, about a cup, and I'm going to put them on top of these bread cubes. So now I have added all the raisins also. I'm going to keep this aside, and I'm going to start prepare our custard now. Okay, so here in my stand mixer, I'm going to beat some eggs and sugar until they are thick and very light colored. Now I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, cinnamon powder, nutmeg powder. I'm going to beat this again until everything is combined. Okay, now I'm mixing that cream and milk mixture that I told you earlier. Keep on mixing. We just want to combine everything together. And here goes the melted butter. Okay, once everything is combined, I'm going to switch off the mixer and our custard base is ready. Give it a good mix again with a spatula. And then I'm going to pour this over the bread cubes. Try to spread it evenly over all of this bread. Oops. If you have been watching me for long, you might have known till now that I am little clumsy. Let me know in the comment section below who relates to this little bit of clumsiness in the kitchen. Just press the bread with the spatula, making sure that all the pieces are well soaked. Then put rest of the custard over it. Okay. To prevent our pudding from burning or drying out, we'll bake it in a water bath. Place the baking dish into a larger pan, then pour hot water into that pan until it reaches halfway up the sides of the baking dish. Your baking dish should be half dip in that hot water. And then bake it at 150 degrees Celsius for about 1 hour. You can keep checking it occasionally and you can add more water, hot water if needed. So while our pudding bakes, let's make a vanilla sauce now. Now in a saucepan, combine 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of heavy cream. Okay. Add brown sugar. Now I would suggest you to use light brown sugar. I'm having a lot of dark brown sugar. This is cane sugar lying at my place, so I have used this, but my suggestion is to use light brown sugar. That gives a very nice light color to your vanilla sauce. And then add 2 tablespoons of butter and just heat it until the sugar and butter are melted and the mixture is steaming. And now take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and either in 1/4 cup of water or into some milk, just stir it into some kind of liquid. I'm using milk here. Stir until it is properly mixed with the milk. And add this in your sauce. This is going to thicken the sauce. Okay, see? Now it's done and I'm going to remove this. Okay, once we remove it from heat, I'm going to stir in 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and some rum. It's about 2 tablespoons of rum. This is going to give a boozy flavor to my vanilla sauce. Okay, so our sauce is ready and here comes our pudding. So I'm going to take this out so that it doesn't keep on cooking in hot water. Okay. So you can have it as it is, or you can sprinkle some powdered sugar over the top like I'm doing it here, and then you can serve it warm, or you can keep it in fridge and serve it cool also. What I do is I let it cool slightly and then serve it warm with a generous drizzle of vanilla sauce. And you can also add a dusting of powdered sugar and dollop of whipped cream or scoop of vanilla ice cream for extra indulgence. So I'm just pouring some sauce over the top. This sauce is a must try. This is going to enhance the taste of your bread pudding. I'm again telling you, you can also have your bread pudding without this sauce. So this is warm that I'm serving. I'll show you both how it looks like when it is served warm and how it looks like when it is served cold. And it's yummy either way. First slice is always difficult to take out. Okay, so this is a freshly baked bread pudding slice and I'm going to pour some more vanilla sauce over it. So it's fudgy, gooey because of that custard. And this is a slice after keeping it in the fridge for a few hours. So I made it last evening and this is the next morning. More vanilla sauce over it and here you go. Now look at this gorgeous dessert. Rich, creamy and absolutely delicious. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below if you tried this recipe and let me know how it turned out. So until next time, take good care of yourself and happy baking.